Hey everyone, it's me, John. Welcome to another edition of JohnnyVlogs. No, that's not what it looks like outside. It's actually gray outside. Very, very gray and a little cold and a little wet. And I'm hoping that today might be the first day that it snows out here since we've moved out here. Been here 6 months now, and supposedly, if the weatherman's right, we're gonna see our first snow today. I think it's supposed to be happening in the next hour or so, but right now it's just looking kind of gray and wet out there. I gotta say I'm kind of excited in a weird way, almost like a little kid at Christmas, a little kid at a snowy Christmas apparently. I just don't know what to expect. Luckily we have friends out here. I've been talking to them. I've already pulled in all of our outdoor furniture. We got these awesome mats for the car called, they're by WeatherTech. I love how they fit. It's like, I don't know if they took schematics of the actual floors of the car or if they did it with some kind of laser mapping technology or something, but they just fit absolutely perfectly in the car. It's really, really cool. But I'm all ready, but no snow yet. So anyway, I wanted to talk about the schedule this week. It's going to be a little bit different. Of course, we have Thanksgiving here in the US, so I will be releasing videos, of course, today with JohnnyVlogs. Tomorrow we're going to have a case cracked, and then I will do a searchlight on Wednesday. It's quite possibly going to be an update on one of our previous cases, and I'm struggling with this update a little bit because it's it's a really weird twist on a missing persons case, and I hope that in some way we might be able to get some ideas going around how we could use this information to help. I don't know guys, it's a tough one. So tune in on Wednesday for what will be a bit of an interesting searchlight. Probably, if I'm able to get all the information together enough quickly. And that's kind of what I wanted to talk to you guys about today. There has been, in doing Searchlight, I don't think it's been quite a year yet, but we're coming up on it pretty soon here. I think we're maybe a month off or so. There's been some really interesting things that have happened. Of course, we did have one case that we found out the person wasn't really missing, and we called that in to the police department, which I'm really happy about. I did get a tip from another case. I can't really go into the details about it, but I did just want to talk about the dynamic a little bit of calling the FBI, which is certainly the first time that I've ever done that. And just to let you guys know, if you ever have to do that, you might have some nerves kind of kick up around making the phone call. And especially with that type of information, because you never know, is it good information? Is it something they might already know? But I just knew the best thing to do was to at least try to submit it to the FBI. So it was a bit of a nerve-wracking phone call at first. And it's interesting because the person at the FBI that was taking the call, you can tell that they answer almost kind of robotically, FBI. I mean, just this kind of, okay, hey, I'm trying to call a tip in. Okay, what's this about? With kind of this, it's not like they're not interested, but I bet they just get so many tips, and most of the time they're, people that don't know what they're talking about. And, quite honestly, I wasn't sure about the validity of this tip that I was calling in. So you get this weird feeling like you don't want to waste their time. You can tell they don't want their time wasted. But as I was sharing the information with her, there's this kind of turn that happens in the phone call where she gets considerably more interested, and they actually had a very good touch. I would say by the end of the phone call, I felt very comfortable in relaying the information to them. The person that gave this information to me wanted me to keep their identity out of it, which I was able to do, no problem. They were really respectful of all that. They've already called back to get a little bit more information from me. And just know that it's a process. It's like anything else with these investigations. There's a little something you have to start, and hopefully they pick up the ball and run with it. If they don't, maybe you have to start that conversation in another place. In this particular case, if they don't respond for some reason, there are certainly other people that I could reach out to try to get them to look into this potential tip. And then, of course, if none of that pans out, there is always the potential of trying to find some media around it, trying to find some local reporter that maybe knows a bit about the case that will try to chase that tip down for you or something like that. But it is just nerve-wracking, so I just wanted to put that out there. And I don't know how many of you might have called in information to the police or to the FBI about something like this. You definitely go through this whole little emotional arc. But at the end of that arc is a very good feeling about at least you're trying to help. At least this kind of hot potato that's been dropped in your lap gets moved, and you don't have the responsibility of, wow, this information that I'm sitting on, is this really something that could help a family out there be relieved? So doing my best, folks. And it's a good thing in one way, because I recognize that the show's growing, the audience is growing, how valid this is all growing. It's all going in the right direction. I'm talking to more people than ever that are directly involved in these cases. Of course, that's a bit of a challenging thing sometimes. I mean, just being able to handle those moments properly, and then handle your own emotional landscape properly. It's all this kind of delicate balance that I'm constantly playing with. But I definitely feel fulfilled. I feel like it is probably some of the most important work that I've done in my life. I'm really, really happy to be at this point where I can focus on these types of things, try to help people like this. So it's a good thing in many, many ways, but there are these little trying moments in the middle of all that. So just wanted to acknowledge that. If you are out there sitting on a tip and you are not sure what to do with it, or how to go about that, please talk to someone. Talk to a friend of yours. Get the emotional support that you need to get that information funneled in the right direction. If it is about a case that I've covered, and you just can't bring yourself to it for some reason, reach out to me. I try to vet the information the best that I can. I have a few very good friends that are kind of researchers in all kinds of different areas. So I do try to at least test the information before I pass it on. But it's one of those things that we're all just trying to figure this out, do the right thing here, and hopefully we can make the world a little bit of a better place. Now, I think I got off topic a little bit because I was originally going to talk about the schedule for next week, which is largely a holiday week. So, of course, you're watching this. So JohnnyVlogs will be out on Monday. Case Cracked is coming on Tuesday. We will have a Searchlight on Wednesday, and that will be it. I am taking the rest of the week off so I could spend time with my friends and family out here. That's a big part of the reason why I moved out here. I wanted to be closer to these people. Now I need to make the time to share with them. So that is what Thanksgiving is going to be about. I'm going to be sitting and reflecting on all the wonderful things that have happened this year, all the great people that I've met through doing this work, and starting to think about potentially what kind of changes we can make going into the new year to make all of this work better for all of us. So, all right, guys, I'm going to go. Thank you. No, still no snow yet. I'm going to wait for it. I know it's coming. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on this edition of Johnny Vlogs. I hope you have a great Monday. I'll catch you on the next show on the Lord and Arts channel. Take care.